Welcome everybody. Continental Flight 850. People in the aisle seats, ready to tell you, you may need tissue. You may need a lot of tissues, actually. That joke bombed. That's the problem with jokes. One trip up, one little sentence, you screw it up. But that's the way the airlines are, man. And it's, nobody cares. Pharmaceutical companies don't care. Recently, a pharmaceutical company was brought into court because they made cough medicine for kids. And guess what? The cough medicine didn't work, and it actually hurt some kids, right? Could you imagine their argument in court? They're like, yes, Your Honor. We know that our medication actually hurts little kids. But it is delicious. I mean, have you tasted a turd? You really want to prevent kids from this tasty goodness? I don't think you do. No responsibility, man. You see this everywhere you go, and it's like nobody cares. It's hard. As a psychologist, it's difficult for me because I empathize when I see people in pain. Oftentimes after programs, students will come up and like, "You're a psychologist. Do you watch Dr. Phil?" I'm like, no. I don't like Dr. Phil because he comes on his show, tells his patients exactly what's wrong with them. Any good psychologist knows you keep that a secret. For at least a couple of months, right? And you ease it in a little bit. Ease in the weirdness. I used to work with addicts. That was part of my training in psychology. Which is, if you want to know what it's like to work with drug addicted folks, you should watch the show Intervention. Has anyone seen or been on that show? He's like, I've been on it. It was me. So great. That show is amazing. If you haven't seen it, this is what they do with the program. They take addicts and try to get them help. But the addicts are always the same. They're like, no, I'm fine. I don't need help. I just want to step in and say, listen, man, your addiction was so bad, A&E found out about it. That is legendary. Get help. One thing that show taught me, though, is that if you snort cocaine every single day of your life, and you're still morbidly obese, you are getting ripped off.
That's horrible.
Something's wrong with your supply. Why are the four of you like standing behind me, like talking the whole time? What's going on over there, man? This guy's like having an in-depth conversation. He's like interviewing for college during my. And why are you guys allowed to sit up there anyway? Like, why don't you just hang out and enjoy yourselves? You're running it? We have to be on stage. What happens if he falls in the pits? We have to bail him out. That's very deep, actually. Maybe you guys should stay there. And so, yeah, you should come up here and look at it, man. It's scary. Okay. So, I'm just gonna keep my eye on you guys, that's all. You're plotting things with your big sticks and brooms or whatever. Okay. So, where was I? Oh, right. Used to work with addicts, and addiction, as you may know, very scary stuff, because partly addicts that use drugs long enough, their brain starts deteriorating. They break down, they start getting a little bit crazy, and they hear voices in their heads. Addicts have been doing it for years, they hear voices. And voices in the heads are creepy because they always say mean, negative stuff. Never anything good. Never anything good. They always hear bad things like, stab your neighbor. Kick your dog. Never something good like, dude, brush your tooth. Remember that?
Brush your teeth.
They never get the good voice. And if you guys think that addicts are lazy people, if you think drug addicts are lazy people, you are wrong, man. Who else do you know wakes up, robs a place, you know what I mean? Steals money, buys drugs, uses drugs, sleeps for an hour, goes out, robs another place, does it all over again, all by 10 a.m. By 10 a.m. you guys are barely waking up in class. Addicts are the most ingenious human beings. They're like forced to do this. I feel for them. How could you not? It's torture. Torture is life. When you're a psychologist, you realize these things. It's what's that? Guys make very odd noises. You know, my in-laws, as you can imagine, my wife's family, they weren't psyched about me doing doing stand-up and traveling. They were afraid I'd end up at some high school in the middle of Illinois on a Friday night. In front of Kelsey and the horseshoe girl who's angry at me. She actually said she hated me. You're the one that said I was cute when I came up with it, not I was young. So I'm glad you still like me. Your friend hates me because I was like poking fun. You said I was cute? Oh, okay. It's all good, bro. It's all good. Okay.
Oh, I forgot what I was saying.
Let's not disintegrate into just talking again, because that was awkward last time. Please, let's just try to keep this guy's head bobbing there. You know, here's the funny thing. I went to school, we had a kid who was valedictorian, man. He worked so hard, but because he worked so hard, he had like a nervous facial thing going on. So I was like, I swear to God, I have a 4.2! Dude, it's not worth it. I got 1,600 on my SAT! So I'm like, so what? Look at your face! Relax! A 1580 would be still do well. Oh, he's freaking out. So don't work too hard. It's a lesson from the psychologist. Take it easy, guys. Coming out to things like this, it's amazing. It's a wonderful thing to come out. Enjoy some laughs. That's why they put the comedy show tonight, because laughter is a natural high. Tomorrow we're going to be talking more about natural highs. But let me give you a natural high right now. I normally do this in my speaking program, but the truth is, this is so much fun for me to do, I gotta tell you. But the greatest part about growing up as a kid, the reason why you're excited to come to school as a kid, how weird is that? Fast forward to you guys today, waking up for school, it's probably like, no. Not again. I know you didn't have school. Thanks for pointing that out. You missed 2 days because parents... Kids in Colorado would beat your ass. They swear they would. They would beat your ass. And here's why. I did a school last February in Colorado. It was minus 80. I have no idea it was so cold. And I'm calling them up like, aren't you gonna cancel school? They had 10 feet of snow, minus 80. I'm like, what are you talking about? We're not canceling school. Why aren't you canceling school? I mean, the buses can't even run. They're like, well, there may be one kid on a corner somewhere freezing, wondering if the bus is coming, so we don't cancel school, we just come anyway. You know, out here you guys, no snow! It's just like, it's too cold. It was cold. Don't the cars have heaters? Yeah, but it's cold out there. We don't like to look outside. And it's cold. You guys laugh. I did school in Illinois last year, and it didn't even snow the night before program. What happened was they had all the snow on the ground, and the wind had blown it over onto the road, and like, we have to cancel school. I'm like, what do you mean? It didn't even snow? Like, well, the snow drifts. I'm like, there was some kid out there with a snowblower, like, I'm not going to class tomorrow. Oh, good. You guys are fooled by that.
I demand to know where the school is.
Oh, you demand to know where that one is, yeah. I remember where, actually. What's up near Romeoville? Do you know where that is? Yeah? Okay. I spoke at Chillicothe recently. Those guys are great. You know Chillicothe? It's Illinois. Good people. Chillicothe. All right. So,